DNA, baby. That's why they invented 5G network, to screw up your DNA. So, I guess Google's has accomplished what they said they were set out to do this week. I'm going to wait for a few people to come before I start talking. What had happened was I had 30 people on the stream, and as soon as I said Trump is all for 5G network, stream ended. But I had said those words in conjunction with some other words. As soon as I get involved with a serious topic and I put the finger or blame on somebody that is to blame, stream goes down. Now, it's happening more and more frequent, and there are these fools out there that keep saying my account got hacked. My account is not hacked. Okay, you cannot hack into Google. You can't hack into Google. Google is actually doing this. It's doing it to a lot of people. But one of the things that's really affecting my live streams is that I don't know if it's still going on, but when I make a live stream and shut it off, say push the word done, it won't go off. Not only will it not go off, but I'll send 2 or 3 letters to Google to shut off my live stream. I can't shut it off. I'll disconnect my computer from the internet and reset the modem, wait a half an hour, and come back, and the video is still live streaming. There's no way to go back to the video and see picture again. It just has the initiation, like it's buffering. It just buffers. I had a video up for 2 days. 2 days my video was showing that it was live on my home page. I had shut the computer off for a half an hour, reset the modem, sent YouTube 3 letters, shut it off again, left it off for a couple hours the second time, started it back up, reset the modem, and it's still playing. It was still playing at 7 o'clock this morning, so it played for 45 hours. I think it's off now, but I'm not real sure. So let's see who's out there. I don't see anybody. Am I public? Is anybody out there? Do I really have to play Pink Floyd to find out if anybody's out there?
Anybody out there?
Okay, normally Paige, hi. Hi, Mike. Okay. Okay, Newart hears me. Thank you for coming back. So I'll move on. I'll just make that a part 2, and the next time it stops, I'll make it a part 3. So let me get the title of this video, and I'll move on to my next topic of the title. So here is the title, so I have some reference. Okay. What are you cooking, honey?
Egg with spinach.
Oh, with or without garlic?
With.
Oh boy, it smells good. All right, so while just 2 people are here, if you have a question, I'll answer your individual questions. Or if you want to make a statement, or if you want to post a link, okay, if it has something to do with what is 5G networking, who invented it is the next topic. Who invented it? What can it do? What can 5G do to the human body? And why is Trump? All right, Newark. Why is Trump for 5G? All right, so I'll just move right into who invented 5G. Well, when you say somebody invented something electronically now, it's limited to a very few amounts of corporations or industries can invent something. But the basic technology for 5G was invented 60 or 70 years ago when they invented certain types of radar. In other words, that technology, even some people attribute Tesla's work to the beginning of 5G networking, because Tesla spoke about energy and sound vibrations controlling electromagnetic functions and things. Thank you, Daisy. All right, I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't have much time this morning. We installed some electronic equipment here also today. Oh God, this is good. It's fresh spinach, fresh garlic, and fresh eggs. Just on a side note, I've been in the Philippines for over 5 years now, and I have never gotten a rotten egg, ever. Not even one time. I find that amazing. In America, it didn't happen so often, but it did happen, but not here. And there's no refrigeration. They come off a truck with no refrigeration, then they put them in a store, 20 or 30 crates high, no refrigeration. They live, sometimes it's even not out in the sun. They'll put a tarpaulin over it, but sometimes there's 20 or 30 crates laying under a tarpaulin in the hot sun, and I've never gotten a rotten egg. Okay. So who invented 5G and for what reason? So I basically went over the premise of 5G was established during World War II, when they invented certain types of radar. Then NASA perfected it, and because NASA is responsible for microwave technology, and 5G is just a different grade of microwaves. It all works on the same principle. But who invented 5G that's going up on every telephone pole? They want to have one every so many meters in public buildings. They want to have them in parks. They would like to install one 5G transmitter on every telephone pole in America. And where I lived in Queens, I think there was, I think it was 75 feet or 80 feet between telephone poles. Could have varied a couple of feet depending on the length of the block, but it wasn't much more than that. So the technology for the 5G network, the corporations that are manufacturing the electronic instruments are pretty much 100% Israeli-based corporations. Now, what people don't understand is that Israel owns pretty much most of the patents to this 5G network. And Trump is surrounded by dual citizens, otherwise known as Israeli citizens. An Israeli citizen that's a dual citizen to America, his primary function is to preserve Israel. It's always Israel first. We call them Israel firsters, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to call them the number twos, because the twos control Trump. Lock, stock, and barrel. His daughter became a number two. His son-in-law is a major player in the number two industry, if you want to call it that. And one of the richest men in Israel is Trump's son-in-law. I don't know, it's Jared Kushner, I think his name is Jared Kushner. And he has major investments into building 5G technology. His family, his friends, everybody. See, they know about this technology years in advance. So somebody will set up a company with building stuff we don't even need, won't sell a damn thing, and Trump comes along and passes a bill that says we need 5G, and that company that just been building and setting up equipment for no reason whatsoever, all of a sudden they sell $100 billion worth of equipment in 48 hours in pre-orders. Mark my words, Trump won't be any better than Obama. fact, Trump is worse than Obama. Okay, so White Bass, I remember your question. You wanted to know how you fight back. The only way that you can fight back, well, there's lots of ways. If I say one particular way, not only would my live stream go down, but my channel would be dismembered in about 15 seconds. That's one way. As far as vaccinations are concerned, Trump wants mandatory vaccinations. Everybody wants mandatory vaccinations because they all have big investment in pharmaceutical companies. Now, they're pushing this 2020 vaccination program where in the year 2020, mandatory vaccinations, and as not just children, but adults too. So if you don't have to get the vaccination, but then you can't get a driver's license or a passport. That's the truth. That's what's in the bill to implement 100% vaccinations for American children, elderly, and adults. If the children don't get vaccinations, they can't go to a public school, which means you have to homeschool them or have private tutoring or private schools, which is 5 or 10 times the cost of a public school. If they don't go to those private institutions, the parents get arrested and the children get taken away from the parents. That's the new law coming into effect in the year 2020. How you could get away from that? Maybe you could tell the doctor, look, I'll pay for the vaccination, but you can have mine. You take yours. You take mine. In other words, he wants to give your child the needle, say, no, don't worry about that. You take an extra. Protect yourself. And the kicker of all these vaccinations is doctors are exempt from taking the vaccination, any vaccination at all. Nurses have to, or they lose their job at a hospital or doctor facility, but doctors do not have to take vaccinations. So you could tell the doctor, squirt it into the toilet, I guess. That would be one way, but most of them are not going to do that unless they knew you your whole life, because they're going to figure that you're a spy for the government. Number one. Number two, the more people they vaccinate, the more people are going to get sick, the more medicine they're going to sell, the more doctor visits they're going to make. They're not on your side, doctors. Scott Del Fuego says he despises Obama Lama even more than Mr. Fazio does. He may very well, but when it comes to Obama comedy, satire, videos, Michael Fazio, a.k.a. Rabbi Jew Barker, is #1 in the world, baby. And you'd have to be a member of my Patreon account to see some of the craziest Obama videos you've ever heard of. So, page 5, while you're there, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're a member of my Patreon account. Is that correct? Under a different name? I have a lot of members. I don't remember. Just asking you a question. So, another way to fight the vaccinations would be, well, standing out in the middle of a street with a placard ain't going to cut any juice at all. There's no real way. The only way to really fight vaccinations is to work around them. However, you have to work around them. So doctors don't need to take vaccinations, but nurses do. Children need to take them now, but if they don't take them, there are some exemptions, but in 20, oh boy, honey, water cold. Oh, that's hot. Oh, I just hit like, whoa, that was, you got to mix that hot pepper in bed, honey. Oh, gave me the damn hiccups. Okay, so I don't know how to, I know that when it comes time, I'm going to let the doctor take mine, and I'll pay him for the privilege of having my vaccination in his stream. Okay. So if your child isn't vaccinated in 2020, to digress, they'll take the children away from you, and they'll put you in jail for being a bad parent. So now your children is in Child Protection Service, CSP, and you're in jail. Now you got to get out of jail, pay a lawyer to get out of jail, and now you have to fight to get your children back, which could take years. Depends on what else they say about you. And they put something in the bill for the mandatory vaccinations to somehow adhere that bill to where if you don't take vaccinations, they want to be able to take away your guns. I don't know what one thing has to do with the other, but I did read somewhere about that or heard it on a YouTube video. I can't prove that, but they're trying to link all of this garbage up to gun removal, gun confiscation. Another thing that you don't understand, going back to who invented 5G network, which is in the title, Israel invented 5G network. And Israel no, Blue Rose, they won't shut my stream down, so it screws up my data feed. They did it. They've done it to every video I've made for the last 5 days. I shut the computer off. I shut the modem off. I reset the modem. I wait a half an hour sometimes, turn the computer back on, turn the modem back on, and my stream is still running. No video or sound, but it says it's still buffering. I've sent now 3 letters for the last video and 2 for the video before. 5 videos saying that this problem is reoccurring. And yesterday's live stream that was running from 2 days before was running for 45 hours. I don't know why it shut off. They know the problem exists. And nobody hacked into my account. You assholes that think somebody hacked into my account. First, they would have to hack into Google. Then they'd have to hack into YouTube. Nobody hacked into my... If they hacked into Google, it would be the NSA. And if the NSA was doing it, they don't need to do it. They can just watch my videos. And if the NSA was doing it, it wouldn't be buffering like that to give you problems. They would do it so it was a very smooth thing. Oh, but what is happening is no doubt about in my mind at this point. Every time I mention keywords and multiple keywords in 1 or 2 direct sentences, my live stream gets shut down. Now, I think, I'm telling you that 10 days ago, they started putting in artificial intelligence in their computers. I don't know if you noticed the difference in the pages. Used to have a sidebar with multiple choices to go to other videos. Then for 5 or 6 days, those choices were only directly under the video and the picture was wider. That's all part of their new artificial intelligence program. So it's artificial intelligence coming your way. And one thing that you should be rest assured, they want you dead. Okay, so let's go back to 5G. Who designed it and who makes money from it? It was the technology that's being implemented in the world, all over the world, is all Israeli technology. The companies have been being built for years because they knew about 5G 20 years ago. But the companies have been building up their manufacturing plants in Israel, in the United States, and other places, but they're Israeli-owned companies. So Israel benefits the most monetarily wise, and Trump is surrounded, as I said before. A dual citizen is someone that has an American and Israeli passport, or any other passport, American and Filipino passport. But the dual citizens that Trump surrounds himself with are known as Israel firsters. All of those people, you can rest assured that 5 years ago, they were told to buy certain stocks in certain companies, including the Trump stock. And now we're going to get 5G in, whether it's Obama, Clinton, or Trump, but within X amount of years, it's going to happen. Just like Dick Cheney was building the radio, the X-ray machines that you see at the airports. When 9/11 happened, that company already existed. It already had thousands of those machines in stock. They were building those machines for no reason at all. They had them built for like government agencies, police departments, but they had tens of thousands of those things in stock all over the world. 9/11 came, they made, I think Dick Cheney made $3 billion in 90 days in his stock going up. I don't remember what it was, but it was a lot of money. And every person that was on the inside on that job they did in New York City in the Pentagon, every person, I would bet every single person knew about the fact that the machines were going to be needed and were told, buy stock in this company. 9/11 happened, and a company that had no real value, making a few machines, X-ray machines, all of a sudden became a $1 trillion industry in the last 18 years. Go figure. That's the same thing that the Israeli technology for the 5G network. So Israel made it. Israel owns all the stocks, and all the politicians knew about this coming when they all bought stock in the company when it was worth nothing. And now that they're putting a 5G tower in every school, every classroom, every telephone pole, think about the money. Think about the money. Think about the money. It's just about money. They know the side effects from it. No research. I said it in my previous live stream. There was no research done by the CDC, Center for Disease Control. There was no OSHA research done at all. None. Zero. What was done was random studies by separate small little groups that were paid off. A couple of college professors that were paid off. But anybody that wasn't paid off will say, the research we have done says that this is not the best thing for the human chromosome. But they don't get any traction. I'm just here to tell you that that's what's happening. And Trump is all for it. So let me go back up to the title again. Okay, so why is Trump for 5G? Because he had billions of dollars before he became president, and somebody told him, well, his friends, the lawyers that he surrounds himself with, they're all Israeli lawyers, Israel dual citizens. They told him, look, invest $1 billion into this stock, tell your family about this stock for the 5G network, and you push the 5G network button to go forward, and you'll make from $1 billion, you'll make $100 billion. It's all about money. Even he knows it's going to kill people. He's a New World Order type of guy. They want you dead. Paige Hyde says, now they have egg-free vaccines. I would like you to give me a further description of what an egg-free vaccine is, because I don't know what that is. And I for some reason, I get the impression you work in a hospital. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say it. most doctors that are watching these programs don't say anything. So if you're a doctor or a nurse or a technician, I don't need to know that in a public venue. And then you say that you might be coming or you will be becoming a member of my Patreon community. Thank you. Page Y. Oh, okay. You answered my question here. I have to write exemptions, and the only way is religion. Okay, so you may very well be a doctor. You're a doctor. You should become a member of my Patreon account. It's only the price of a cup of coffee a day, as Scott Del Fuego says. You have to write exemptions, and the only way is religion. Yes, that's right. Like the Pennsylvania Dutch Pennsylvania Dutch. They get exempted for some reason. I don't know why, but they want to take the exemptions away from people as well in 2020. Page. They want the exemptions to disappear. Let me do something here for a minute. So I always relate politics to Pink Floyd, because they made one of the greatest videos of all time about politics. It's called Animals Album. You have to be trusted by the people that you lie to, and when you get the chance, know when to stick the knife in. That I'm not reading that. This is something else. This is about vaccinations. But Pink Floyd's Animals were about politics and government and how they're screwing you. Hold on. For those of you who have a decent stereo system, you should really go listen to Pink Floyd and say the Pigs, 3 different ones. They're politicians. That's who they're talking about when you have to be trusted from the people that lie to you. You have to be trusted by the people that lie to you. I'm going to. No, you have to be trusted by the people that you lie to. Those are the words. And they're talking about politics. So I have to do something. Oh man, they screwed me up here. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get a piece of information for Paige Hyatt. This might help him out. It will certainly help me out if it doesn't help Paige. And if you don't know where I'm going with that, I'll tell you where I'm going with that. I would appreciate anybody that can become a member of my Patreon account. So right now I'm going to give you the link for that account, and I'm going to paste it 3 times. It takes about, if you were to click on this link, it would take about, where is it? My live stream is gone. I don't know where it is. Let me shut this off. Okay, here it is. I got it. So, Paige, hi. This is for you. Most of the people that come, I have now 24 people on my Patreon account. I had 25. So I posted it 3 times. I'd appreciate you if you can. I'd appreciate it. Anybody else, I'd appreciate it. All right, so I was talking to Paige and answering. So in the bill I read, Paige, they want to eliminate exemptions altogether. no matter religion, except I did see that the only exemptions would be for the Muslim religion. That's what I read. And no one knows why, but that they're exempt. Maybe because part of the corporations that run this planet are from petrodollars, and the Middle East is run pretty much on petrodollars, as is America and Europe. And that's most of their religion is one aspect of Muslim faith or another. That's a good distinct possibility. Okay, so of that, my Patreon account, Scott the Fuego was talking about, of that, you are the king. I actually offer people something to become a member of my Patreon account. I actually give you stuff. I have 600 videos that are no longer able to be seen on Patreon. Now, I'm going to tell you, a lot of the videos go in at the $3 or $5 mark, or level or tier. But if I'll just be honest with you, the longer the video, or the more comedic value, or the more true it is, and the more I don't know, abusive towards the government, let's say, it is, the higher it goes. But at the $20 tier, you get to see just about everything except certain really, really, really private videos that I only send out to my family or friends. But I'm not saying, but at the $10 level, I will call, this is what I give you. At the $10 level in my Patreon, I will call you up with an American phone number and talk to you about anything that you wish to talk about. And then I can answer questions like, how do we move around vaccinations? But I can't do it in a public venue. And my channel would just get shut down for that. But I can talk about what it's like living in the Philippines. But what I can also offer you is, I know a lot of hotels where I can get you 20 or 25 or even 33% discount on hotels. Only hotels that face the ocean with a water view, only. I don't know any other hotels that I deal with. I can physically go to the hotel and make a video if you want to see something that's not on the internet, but you have to be a member of my Patreon account to start asking questions like that. If you were looking for property, I could tell you where the properties are, what they were cost, what they did cost, what they're going to cost, and what they're going to cost in the future. Properties are crazy here. Land that you could have rented for 5,000 pesos a month 6 years ago are now going for 50, 60,000 pesos a month. 12 times the rental fees. Land that was selling 25 years ago for 6 pesos or 12 cents a cubic meter, 12 cents a meter is now like $50,000 per cubic meter. I mean, square meter. I don't know what the rate went up there. So that's the link. It'll take about, if you go to the link, it's Patreon. I've had members for, Scott's one of my oldest members. You give them your credit card. I don't know what your credit card is, and they deduct it on a monthly basis. There's never been a problem with credit card fraud or extra charges or anything like that. And I pay taxes on all that money, and then they take a percentage out of the monies that are donated to Patreon. So it helps me, considering I made $66 on YouTube last month, the last 30 days. I'm not gonna bite any bullets here. I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. If this stops being profitable for me to do, and I'm only doing it because I have an injured foot, which I changed what I did for a daily routine. But when this stops becoming profitable, I'll stop doing it. People can go watch somebody else's channel. I don't care. I provide people with entertainment. I provide people with the truth. I give you 550 videos on my Patreon account that are no longer available anywhere in the world on any venue. And I call you up on the phone. And if you were a member at the $10 membership level and you came here for 10 days and I got a rent from 1,500 to 1,000 pesos or $10 a day, you already saved $100 on just that one item. And I could do that in many hotels. So it's up to you what you want to do. But I can just sit here and talk for 45 minutes, not answer anybody's question, and then I could be like everybody else on YouTube, boring. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Okay. And I'll bring up topics that nobody else will bring up, or people that you don't listen to anyway. A lot of people come here for my comedy. Like yesterday I taught people how to do boob ups, like push-ups, but you use your hands to lift up your breasts. I thought it was funny. Some other clown might not think it's funny. I don't care what you think. Until you're paying my rent, my mortgage, my electric, and my internet bill, I really don't care what you think. Stupid question, Fish. Why would anybody believe anything on CNN? All right. Daniel says they clearly stated on the guillotines that they want world population reduced to 500. You have 500,000, but it's 5 million. I mean, 500 million. You need a couple more zeros on that. It's okay though. It's not 500,000. That would be 500,000 people on the world. If they want 500 million, it's just a slip of the, okay. Okay, so Paige is a medical practitioner. Yes, LOL. I write prescriptions. People used to get out of vaccines by allergy to eggs. They incubated the vaccine via chick embryos, but no more. Okay. So there was something like salmonella virus in the eggs or something that they were spiritually objective to. And okay, well, that's interesting. So now, no more. Okay. Okay, I would agree that most medicines are overused. Yeah. You want to try. They have really strict regulations here. When I first got here, I wanted to get diet pills. You can forget that. Any kind of methamphetamine in the Philippines, you have to be, I don't know what you have to be. But I told the doctor, listen, I'm not going to use this for recreational use. I'm going to use it to lose weight. No, and I'm going, dude, I know more about drugs than you do. I told the doctor this. And only because I know the effects of drugs. I grew up in the 60s and 70s. Shit. Anyway, yeah, some of them are overused, but some of them are really restricted, especially here. All right, so let's go back. I'm going to go back up to that's right. That's where I was going. The doctor said, stop eating salt, stop eating fried food, stop eating starch, and you'll lose weight. You know, and that's pretty much true. Yeah, that if you don't have a really good, well, that's what these shit healers in the Philippines. Paige, you have no idea what I'm going through with my foot injury. I don't want to get involved with it. They suck here. These doctors, they talk to you, literally talk to you for 10 seconds. They don't touch the wound. They sent me to get tests, the blood work. I gave it to him. He looked at it like this. He goes, I have to go. He told the nurse to dress the wound and come back next week. They're a bunch of fucking scumbags here, these doctors. And it didn't, and the medicine he gave me and the treatment that he said didn't work. I'm going about it a different way. All right. Daniel says, speaking of Oxy, of course, the families that own the companies. Okay, Paige, hi. Average private patient gets 16 minutes. It's a fact. It's a racket. $100 for a CAT scan in the Philippines. 5,000 USA, LOL. I don't know what exactly a CAT scan is, or rather, I don't know what it's supposed to cost. I have no idea. Is that a high price, $100, or I would think it's a low price. Nah, they don't bother me about my videos. They could. I don't ever tell anything but the truth. I got to tell you about the politics here and stuff like that. The people in the immigration office, people in the court system, my friends, they all watch my videos. They all work for the government. In fact, on one of my dating site videos, where I ripped everybody, a new asshole for thinking that these women here in the Philippines on dating sites are some kind of prize. Most of them are just up and down scammers. So somebody said, blah, 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 you're a liar. And I said, no, I'm not. And you know what? There's probably people from the government that are watching my videos. And a guy that used to comment, or still comments, but that he used to comment before that often, he would say some off the wall thing, and I would give him my opinion. And one time the subject of another blogger came up that was really putting down the people in the Philippines, but not in any truthful manner. And I said to him, dude, on his video, I said to him, dude, none of that stuff is true. I mean, you're just going, you're working in the red light districts. You can't address that. You don't. And I said, you know what? Let me tell you something. People from the government are watching your videos. This is to answer Paige High's question. And I says, now you don't know who they are. They're lurking in the sidelines. They don't say anything. They're listening to your videos while they're working. But there are people watching your videos in the government. I personally give my card to the police, the local police, the local barangay captain. I give my cards to everybody. Why wouldn't I want them to watch? Especially when I make videos of police at the Zumba classes, or police at parks, and a lot of the police, they do certain exercises on the beach. I'll make a video. I make it private for the community. But people watch my videos all the time. And when I'm walking down the block, just about every police car or motorcycle gives me a little whoop and says hello. They don't have a problem with what I do here. In fact, the video I made with the Zumba with the police in it a couple of weeks ago, they love that. In the Alona Beach Police doing Zumba, or Zumba with the Alona Beach Police. Yeah, their technology is back into the 70s. The one thing that I can tell you about the technology for medicine here is the dentist is they're no longer using fillings with mercury. They have the new, it's like, it matches the color of the tooth, and it's like a putty that they put in with a hardener, and they take out the old filling. They'll say, look, let me get those fillings out of your mouth and get that poison out of your mouth. They know that stuff was poisonous, but they give you fluoride toothpaste. Okay. Well, thank you, Paige. Yeah, if thank you. In fact, there's 550 videos in Patreon. Okay, and I have to tell you, a lot of them are age restricted, but some of them, if someone was to reload them on there, these are the old videos, stuff that if you've only been following me for 3 years, some of this shit is off the chain. But if I had those videos public now, gone. Channel would be gone. But being that they're set as a private video and age restricted, they're okay. Who is Phil? All right, so Jim Chewy. Who is Phil?
Are you in the Philippines?
Are you talking about Philo? He's doing is today Tuesday? Holy shit. Holy shit. Today's Tuesday? Oh, damn. Okay. All right, I'm going to end this stream. I'm going over to say hello to Philo. Yeah, I forgot all about that. What the hell am I thinking? I told him I would go on his live stream. All right. Tell him I'll be there in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I did promise Philly I wouldn't do live streams on Tuesday. And I didn't even realize today was Tuesday. I thought it was Monday. I apologize. All right, I'm going to end this stream. So you guys, I will do a stream tomorrow, but gotta go. Paige, thank you. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by. I'll finish this stream tomorrow even. Bye-bye. Oh, damn, I didn't realize today. We did so much stuff this morning. I didn't even look at the calendar. Damn. Okay. You know what? Hold on a minute. Let me go see. Hold on. Everybody just hold on. I got to go see something before hold on a minute. I don't know how many people are here. Hold on. Damn. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm ending the. Bye-bye. Got to go over to Philo in the Philippines, baby. Amping Permi.